clouds is living proof that influence isn't determined by size. It's defined by aura. Her journey began in 2018, marking her official debut in the industry. From the moment she stepped in front of the camera, it was clear she possessed a rare combination of confidence, authenticity, and drive. Her rise has been steady and earned. She built her following not through shock value or rapid overexposure, but through reliability, versatility, and an undeniable connection with viewers. She brings the same dedication and polished performance every single time.
6.
Number 6. Jules Blue. A performer whose presence is less like a loud explosion and more like a rising tide. Steady, powerful, and impossible to ignore. She was born on September 21, 1994, in Bonn, Germany. Standing at 5 feet 5 inches and weighing 127 pounds, Jules carries herself with a natural balance, compact, sculpted, and expressive. Her career officially began with her 2019 debut, but from the very first moment, it was obvious she wasn't here to merely participate. She was here to define a space that didn't exist before she stepped into it. Her style is unmistakable. Confident but soft, playful yet controlled, with a glow that seems to come from somewhere deep inside. Directors often describe her as an emotional lightning rod. She doesn't just perform, she transforms the room.
5.
Number 5. P.A.W.G. Gia stands out as one of the most distinct and instantly recognizable new era performers. She was born on February 22, 1999 in Los Angeles, California, United States. Standing at a compact 5 feet even, with a frame of 120 pounds that perfectly complements her lively, expressive performance style, Gia brings a physicality that is both unique and unmistakable. When she finally stepped into the industry in 2019, it wasn't a quiet arrival. It was a debut that signaled the start of something dynamic and impossible to ignore. Every movement, every expression, every scene she enters feels like it has an electric current running through it, an energy that separates her from many of her contemporaries. P.A.W.G. didn't simply appear. She burst onto the scene.
4.
Number 4. Blake Blossom. She emerged from the sun-drenched West Coast with a look, an energy, and an on-camera charisma that marked her as a star from the very beginning. Standing at 5 feet 7 inches, with a naturally balanced frame carrying approximately 127 pounds, Blake embodies a striking blend of elegance and boldness, an aesthetic that quickly became her signature. But her appeal reaches far beyond physicality. Viewers gravitated to her because she didn't just perform. She inhabited each scene, bringing an expressive confidence that felt more like cinema than simple entertainment. Her journey into the industry began in 2021, and what followed can only be described as a meteoric ascent. With each production, critics and fans alike recognized something undeniably magnetic. Blake carried the screen with the poise of someone born for spotlight.
3.
Number 3. Slim Thick Vic. An unexpected phenomenon who carved out her own corner of influence through sheer presence, personality, and unmistakable curves. Vic was born in Russia on October 23, 1991. When she first emerged in 2021, viewers weren't just introduced to another rising star. They were introduced to a vibe. At 5 feet 4 inches and weighing 125 pounds, she carried a silhouette and energy that set her apart from the first frame. Compact, curvy, and full of motion, the kind of physique that becomes instantly recognizable even without a name attached. But Slim Thick Vic's influence doesn't come from shape alone. What made her impossible to ignore was her authenticity, an unapologetic confidence that radiated through every performance, every clip, every moment she appeared on screen. She brought a rawness that didn't try to fit trends.
2,
Number 2. Alex Starr. In the contemporary era of curvy performers reshaping the visual landscape of entertainment, Alex Starr stands as one of the most distinct figures of her generation. Alex was born on September 7, 1998, in Portland, Oregon, United States. Long before cameras first captured her intensity, Alex carried a stature that naturally drew attention, tall at 5 feet 9 inches and supported by a strong, curvy 159-pound frame that has become part of her unmistakable signature. Her physicality alone makes her impossible to overlook, but it's her charisma, quiet, assured, and cinematic, that truly sets her apart. When Alex stepped into the industry in 2019, a new chapter began, not just for her, but for audiences seeking performers who break the mold. She didn't simply arrive, she announced herself with a boldness that felt fresh.
1,
Number 1. Skylar Vox. An artist who understood her image, her appeal, and her direction from the very beginning. Born on January 9, 2000 in Miami, Florida. Standing at 5 feet 3 inches with a lean, expressive frame of 130 pounds, Skylar carries a balance of youthful energy and sharp charisma that quickly made her an on-screen standout. Her journey began in 2019, a debut that signaled the arrival of a performer ready to carve out her own lane rather than follow one already paved. Today, Skylar represents a new kind of influence within the industry, a performer shaped by the digital age, yet grounded in her own identity.